Most people think flying is pretty straightforward. You book a ticket, check in, board the plane, and hope everything goes smoothly. But behind the scenes, airlines have their own systems, their own strategies, and plenty of little details that most passengers never notice. Some of these secrets can help you find better seats. Some can help you avoid unnecessary costs. And others can simply make your journey more comfortable. For travelers over 50 especially, small improvements can make a big difference. A little more comfort on a long flight, less stress at the airport, and knowing what to expect can completely change the travel experience. Today, I'll share 15 airline secrets that most travelers don't know but should. Before we get started, if you enjoy practical travel tips like these, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Every week we share simple ways to help travelers over 50 save money, avoid common travel mistakes, and enjoy more comfortable trips. And if you find this video helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a like. It lets me know you'd like to see more videos like this. Now, let's get into the first secret. Secret number 1. Your seat may get cheaper after you book. Here's something many travelers never realize. Just because you've already booked your flight doesn't mean your options are finished. Airlines constantly adjust prices based on demand. Sometimes premium economy seats, extra legroom seats, or even upgrade offers become cheaper closer to departure. Many travelers book their flight and never look at their reservation again. But experienced travelers often check, especially for longer international flights where a little extra space can make a big difference. For many travelers over 50, having more comfortable seating isn't just a luxury. It can mean arriving at your destination feeling more rested and ready to enjoy the trip. Secret number 2. The airline app often shows things the website doesn't. If you're only using the airline's website, you may be missing useful features. Many airlines now use their apps to communicate directly with passengers. Inside the app, you'll often find gate updates, boarding information, seat changes, and sometimes special offers. Some travelers download the app only to get their boarding pass and then never open it again. But frequent flyers know it's worth checking. For travelers over 50, this can also make the airport experience much easier. Instead of searching for information on screens or waiting in line, important updates can come directly to your phone. A small habit, but one that can remove a lot of unnecessary stress. Secret number 3. The best seats aren't always available when you book. Have you ever looked at the seat map and wondered why all the good seats seem to be gone? Here's the secret. Sometimes they aren't actually taken. Airlines often hold back certain seats for different reasons. They may be reserved for frequent flyers, families, or operational needs. As the flight gets closer, some of those seats may become available. That's why experienced travelers check their reservation more than once. A better seat may suddenly appear without paying extra. And especially on long flights, a better seat location can make the entire journey feel easier. More legroom, easier access to the aisle, or simply a more comfortable position for several hours. Secret number 4. the first flight of the day is often the most reliable. If you have a choice, morning flights are often the safer option. Why? Because the aircraft has usually spent the night at the airport. That means it's less likely to arrive late from another destination. As the day continues, small delays can build up. One delayed aircraft can affect several flights later that same day. For travelers over 50, reducing unnecessary stress during a travel day can make the entire experience more enjoyable. A simple decision like choosing an earlier departure can mean fewer delays, less waiting, and a smoother start to your vacation. Secret number 5. Airlines sometimes need volunteers before they announce it. Most travelers wait until they hear an announcement at the gate. "We're looking for volunteers." But experienced travelers pay attention before that happens. Sometimes airlines already know a flight may be oversold before making a public announcement. If you notice your flight looks unusually full, or you've received messages asking if you'd consider changing flights, it may be worth politely asking the gate agent if volunteers are needed. In some cases, airlines offer travel vouchers, hotel accommodations, meal vouchers, or a confirmed seat on another flight. It doesn't happen every day, but knowing these opportunities exist is one of those small pieces of airline knowledge that can make you a smarter traveler. Secret number 6. Booking directly with the airline can give you more options. Many travelers search for the cheapest possible flight and often end up booking through a third-party website. Sometimes that can save money, but there is something many passengers don't consider. When you book directly with the airline, managing your reservation is usually much easier. You can often change seats more easily, receive updates directly from the airline, and access special offers or options inside your account. This becomes especially important if something goes wrong. A canceled flight, a schedule change, or a missed connection can become much more stressful when another company is involved. For travelers over 50 especially, having fewer complications during a travel day can be worth far more than saving a few dollars at the beginning. Secret number 7. Your boarding group doesn't always tell the whole story. Many travelers believe that their boarding group determines everything. If you're called last, you assume you're getting the worst experience. But that's not always true. Airlines organize boarding groups for many different reasons. Frequent flyers, families, seat locations, and operational needs can all affect the order. Sometimes passengers who board later still have plenty of space and a smooth boarding experience. The important thing is not to stress unnecessarily. Find out your actual seat, know your boarding time, and focus on what you can control. A calm traveler usually has a much easier travel day. Secret number 8. Airlines sometimes release better seats before departure. Here's another reason to check your reservation again before your flight. Airlines don't always release all available seats at the beginning. Some seats are held back for operational reasons, but as departure gets closer, the airline may open additional options. That means a seat that wasn't available when you booked might suddenly become available a few days later. This is especially useful for travelers taking long flights. A small change, moving closer to the front, choosing an aisle seat, or finding extra space, can make several hours in the air much more comfortable. Checking takes less than a minute, but it could improve your entire journey. Secret number 9. The cheapest ticket isn't always the best deal. Everyone likes finding a great deal, but the lowest price isn't always the lowest cost. A cheaper ticket may come with restrictions, higher change fees, less flexibility, or fewer included benefits. Sometimes paying slightly more upfront can save money later. For example, a ticket that allows easier changes, a better seat option, or more reasonable baggage rules. Experienced travelers understand that value is not only about the price on the screen. It's about the entire travel experience. Especially as we get older, convenience and flexibility can become just as important as saving money. Secret number 10. Airlines don't always offer their best deals at the start. Many travelers assume the best time to make every decision is when they first book. But airlines often change their offers over time. A seat upgrade, extra baggage, or additional services may have different prices depending on demand. That means it can be worth checking again after booking. Not constantly, but occasionally. The airline's app, your reservation page, or your email inbox may reveal new options. Smart travelers don't just book and forget. They keep an eye on their trip until departure day.
Secret number 11. Your carry-on bag can affect your entire travel experience.
Many travelers focus only on what they bring, but not how they bring it. A heavy carry-on bag can make airports much more tiring. You may need to lift it into overhead bins, carry it through long terminals, or manage it during connections. For travelers over 50, packing lighter isn't just about convenience. It can reduce physical stress during the entire journey. Experienced travelers usually bring fewer things, but choose those things carefully. A lighter bag, a comfortable backpack, and easier movement through the airport can make a surprising difference. Secret number 12. Check your flight details the day before travel. This sounds simple, but many travelers skip it. Before leaving for the airport, check your flight one more time. Confirm your departure time, your terminal, your gate information, and any airline messages. Flights can change, gates can move, schedules can be adjusted. Checking the day before takes only a few minutes, but it can prevent unnecessary stress. And for many travelers over 50, starting a trip feeling organized and prepared makes the entire experience more enjoyable. Secret number 13. The airline's website isn't always the best place to look for seats. Here's something frequent flyers know. The seat map you see may not always show every possibility. Different airlines display information differently. Some seats may become available later, some may be released only during check-in, and some options may appear inside the airline app instead. That's why experienced travelers don't check once and assume that's the final answer. They look again. A few extra minutes of attention can sometimes lead to a much better seat. Secret number 14. Travel insurance can be more important than your seat choice. Most travelers spend a lot of time choosing their seat. Window or aisle, front or back, extra legroom or standard. But there is something far more important. Protection when things don't go according to plan. A canceled flight, lost luggage, or unexpected medical situation can become extremely expensive. Travel insurance is something you hope you never need, but when you do need it, it can provide enormous peace of mind. For travelers over 50 especially, having a backup plan can make traveling with confidence much easier. Secret number 15. Experienced travelers always recheck their trip before leaving. The final secret is simple, but many people ignore it. Experienced travelers don't assume everything will stay exactly the same. They check their flight, their documents, their seats, their transportation, and their plans. Not because they expect problems, but because preparation creates confidence. The more organized you are before leaving home, the more relaxed you can be when the journey begins. Flying doesn't have to feel complicated. The more you understand how airlines work, the easier it becomes to make smarter decisions. Most experienced travelers aren't successful because they know a magical trick. They simply know what to check, what questions to ask, and how to avoid common mistakes. And for travelers over 50 especially, those small details can make every trip feel more comfortable, more enjoyable, and less stressful. If you found these airline secrets helpful, there are many more practical travel guides waiting for you here on the channel. Because the smarter you travel, the more you can enjoy every journey. Safe travels.